For a minute last night, it sure looked like the Mavs were going to hand the Suns a similar loss to last season's Western Conference Game 7, leading by as much as 22 points. But then, Phoenix comes storming back to meet the Mavs 107-105. They outscored Dallas in the second half 62-43 to pull off the win. Luka had 35 points, 9 boards, and 6 assists, but was a game worst minus 12 in the fourth quarter. Shannon, how surprised are you that Luka just couldn't close the deal?
Well, I was surprised. I thought they got a little careless with the basketball. They started, Christian Woods got hot and put them up, I think, 13, 15 points, and then all of a sudden they started coming down and jacking up willy-nilly shots. And the Suns caught fire. They started making shots. Devin Booker made a couple of shots. Cam Johnson made a couple of shots. And then Steph Curry's brother-in-law, Damon Lee, came in and hit a big three, and then he hit the game winner. He played really well for him down the stretch. But I was surprised. I was surprised that the Mavs were not able to hold, because I thought they were just, the way the game started and the way it was going through three quarters, Skip, I was like, okay, this is a replay of what transpired in the Western Conference.
Sure looked like it.
And nope, give them credit. Give and guess what? They did this without CP3. CP3 left with 6:41 left in the ball game.
He did.
And Monty Williams says, I'm going to ride with these guys. Mm-hmm. And clearly he didn't have it last night, Skip. I think he's 1 for 6 from the three-point line. He was not playing particularly well.
Yep.
And Monty made a decision.
He's 1 for 6 from the field.
From the field. Yeah, I think it's over from the three-point line, 0 for 2. Yep. And Monty Williams says, you know what? I'm going to ride these young guys. I'm going to ride these guys, and did. But I was surprised that the Mavs, as well as they played through three quarters, weren't able to close this thing out.
Monty Williams got guts, man.
Yeah.
When he decides, he just decides. It doesn't matter if it's DeAndre Ayton, he'll go face-to-face with him, or CP3, or you don't have it tonight, let's go this way. If they had lost this game, it would have been devastating. And I don't say that about game ones, but off game 7 last year to a game 1 to get blown out at home again by Dallas, I think it would reverberate through this whole season. And I'm skeptical about whether Ayton wants to be there or what their chances are this year. But they survived last night. And what did it take? It took the newcomer from Golden State to do it, somebody who wasn't there last year. Damian Lee, who played the last 4 years at Golden State. He played 20 minutes a game last year, averaged 7. But in the fourth quarter, he scored 11 points. He hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter, and then he hit the fadeaway that gave them the 2-point cushion. Right. But, man, I was disappointed in your MVP favorite, Baby Bird. He was more like Baby Sparrow last night. But,
he didn't shoot the 3-ball well, Skip, but he was 13 of 13 from the free throw line.
I was going to say, the good news was 13 of 13, and that is progress, man, for him, because he's a 70% free throw shooter. But 2 of 10, here we go again, 2 of 10 from 3, it will not work. And he missed both his threes in the fourth quarter to be, as Jen pointed out, a game worse, minus 12 in the fourth quarter. But he did have a look at the end of the game to try to, this would have won the game.
I think he wanted to pick, because he was motioning like, okay, come give me a screen, so I can get the smaller guy on.
This ended up being a 34-foot shot. I think we have, maybe we don't have it yet, but this was to win the game.
Right here.
Yeah, here we go. This is to win the game, and it was short, but he just couldn't get enough on it. I think he couldn't create enough space quickly enough.
I think he wanted somebody. He wanted to pick on somebody.
Yeah. And that was for the win, because it was a 2-point game.
2-point game, yeah.
So, are you still sold on him as the MVP?
Oh, I think I had Giannis as the MVP. Yeah. But Skip, he's a phenomenal player. You know that. You know he's the real deal.
Yeah, I just don't like the 2 of 10, because that's who he is. 2 of 10 from 3.
But now you watch tomorrow night, he probably going to be 6 of 10.
Yeah, he is going to miss Jalen Brunson, who, by the way, almost propelled the Knicks to victory at Memphis. He was their driving force.
But the Mavericks, they got Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the bench. Yep. So they're going to get quality production off the bench. We know Tim Hardaway Jr. can get hot from the three-point line, and Christian Wood, who's a 20-10 guy.
Yeah, he scored 16 straight points in a 4-minute period.
Yeah.
So he will help them a lot.
That 3 of 10 from the free throw line, though.
Hey, but Jalen Brunson last year, every time they needed hoops, he got hoops.
They dodged. Phoenix dodged the bullet on that one. But I still believe the Mavericks are a better team.
Well, they probably are. But I don't know about Baby Sparrow.
21 of 34 from the free throw line. That's what got you beat.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, Shannon, you brought up Giannis a moment ago. Do you think he or Embiid gets the win tonight? Let's talk about this Bucks-Sixers game coming up next on Undisputed. Welcome back. You're rolling with the herd once we're done here on Undisputed. So good morning, Colin. What are y'all talking about today?
Russell Wilson's still getting ripped. Zion's amazing, but I've got an idea to avoid injuries. And Cliff Kingsbury and the Cardinals play tonight. Is he already on the hot seat and about to get canned? That's coming up.
That's a great question. Joel Embiid and the 76ers hosting Giannis and the Bucks tonight after coming off a season-opening loss to the Celtics Tuesday. The Bucks are without All-Star Chris Middleton due to wrist surgery. Shannon, who wins tonight?
I'm going to take the Sixers only because Chris Middleton is not playing, and the Bucks are 1-2 against the Sixers without Middleton. So I think Giannis is going to have an unbelievable ball game, probably somewhere between 35 and 40 points, somewhere between 12 and 16 rebounds, and probably 5 to 6 assists. But that's not going to be enough to overcome the tandem of James Harden and Joel Embiid. So I'm going to say the Sixers win a close ball game.
I thought you loved Giannis. I thought he was invincible.
Once they get Chris Middleton back, they're coming out of the East.
I've got the Sixers coming out of the East, which is why I need the Sixers to win this game at home, in which they are favored by 4 points. It's almost like a must-win psychologically because the big three played pretty well at Boston, but they never really stayed in the game to me, and I was disappointed overall in the ball movement because it still looked like a bunch of solo acts to me. So at home, in the home opener, you need to rise and shine because your roster is completely healthy. They still don't have Connaughton, obviously Ingles, along with Chris Middleton. So you need to go ahead and show us tonight.
So once they get those guys back, they're going to have shooting, they have inside out. Y'all in trouble.
No, I don't think so because Embiid is better than your guy.
Better than what?
He's just better. He's more of a beast.
Don't do that. Don't
watch.
do that. Giannis.
Just watch. He'll put the number on him tonight. Big number. He'll outplay him.
Tonight, but when it matters the most, you remember what he did to him last year? You remember last year when he went to Philly? Same thing he did.
I just care about tonight.
Okay. Give me 4 points and I take number.
Chris Middleton, an integral part of what they do. Guys, great show. Shannon, again, congrats on that record. That's it for us. Stick around. The Herd's up next.